Welcome back to our channel, the channel for the latest news and untold stories about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today we bring you breaking news. Catherine stole people's hearts on the road to the Queen and she received surprise gifts from her title. Considering Princess Catherine and Prince William both like physical activity and outdoor activities, it should come as understandable that their families often choose tropical holiday destinations whenever they need some time away from their royal duties. It's difficult to see the royal household in a different light after seeing it for a period of time, including Queen Elizabeth as the head, Prince Charles as the potential successor, along with William and Catherine as her potential heirs. Although it may be challenging to fathom, at some point Prince William will take over as the King of England, so Catherine would be formally appointed as Queen Consort. Everything's going to change for the forthcoming Princess of Wales that time, assuming it hasn't already shifted significantly with her marriage to Prince William in 2011. Following the Queen's passing and Charles's ascension to the throne, the royal couple have moved a few steps closer to becoming monarchs themselves. Similar to every other aspect of existence, being a Queen's consort and ruling the United Kingdom at William's shoulder will not be without its drawbacks. However, there are additionally many benefits that Catherine still needs to enjoy. Whenever the significant day finally arrives, everything about her will be altered for better or worse in numerous manners, which means she's going to have so much to be looking forward to. Here are a few perks that Catherine is going to get as William's Queen Consort. Not only would her job title modifications, however, there will also be a great deal in her everyday life. Considering how effortlessly Catherine has adjusted to royal life so far, it's safe to assume that she's going to have the capacity to manage anything that comes at her in a way of exactly the same manner. We think Catherine will continue to be a fantastic Queen Consort, therefore we're pulling for her. 1. A new name for her. Historians of the family of the Queen informed in a report that the Queen made William a Duke, and since then, Catherine only has been acquainted with him as the Duke of Cambridge. Following the passing of Elizabeth and Charles's succession to the throne, however, she shall now be addressed as HRH, Princess William of Wales henceforth. In addition, she is now known as the Duchess of Cornwall. However, that's only valid for a moment for the time being. When William becomes king, Catherine's title will be modified once more. Catherine is Queen Consort or Queen Catherine. William's eventual coronation as king will give Catherine the opportunity to serve as Queen Consort. Royal custom dictates that wives are entitled to the exact same titles as husbands. Similar to Prince Philip, Catherine would have to become queen if William became king, but the reverse is not true. Instead, he referred to himself as the Duke of Edinburgh. After a few moves after getting married, the royal couple have settled comfortably at Adelaide Cottage in Windsor, but they additionally devote their time to their own personal house, Anne Hall in Norfolk. However, once William becomes monarch, Catherine is going to be able to relocate. Catherine may reside at Buckingham Palace. Perhaps one of the advantages of having the title of King or Queen, leaving Kensington Palace for the far grander and even more distinguished Buckingham Palace in London. There has been no news on which option Catherine will choose, but living at the historic Buckingham Palace as Queen would be an incredible honour. Obtaining a financial windfall. The British monarchy is known for placing a high value on wealth, and Catherine has a sufficient amount of it. There's a presumption that both she and William have grown to be worth about $50 million together. However, the financial situation changes after her partner's crowned king. Their financial institution balances are going to be dramatically altered as a result of the movement of cash and of property. The growth of Catherine's wealth. A few sources of revenue, which include the Duchy of Lancaster, along with earnings generated by the Royal Collection, will turn into Catherine's while she becomes the Queen, increasing her overall financial status. A portion of the Queen Elizabeth's destiny was derived to her own individual private wealth. Obviously, the current monarch has access to all of the royal family's cherished items. They are passed on through their heir apparent when that person takes the crown. As a result, William will have ownership of the crown jewels, a luxury that Catherine will most doubt appreciate much. The jewels for Catherine. When Catherine becomes the Queen, she's going to be permitted to wear the crown jewels. While it appears that the Queen Elizabeth was not overly sparing in allowing Catherine to don any tiara belonging to her collection, Once the jewellery items have been formally in William's fingers, Catherine's going to have no constraints, meaning that we can all look forward to observing her dazzling appearances at official occasions. The crown jewels are owned by the government, however, are at the King or Queen's discretion. Influencing change. Catherine has continued to publicly support the same issues that she championed before she wedded Prince William. She's devoted much of her time and energy over the past few years to improving the lives of infants and newborns as part of her overall mission to contribute to the entire globe and making it better for everyone. Once William becomes the ruler, though, I wonder whether the situation will alter. Power on hand. There can be every expectation that as she assumes her new role as Queen Consort, Catherine will take advantage of her influence for the benefit of humanity as a whole, and she'll be granted more authority than at any time before in order to do so. Giving something back to the community has frequently been an important part of the royal household's legacy. Therefore, it appears that whenever the time comes, Catherine's going to make the most of the chance to help. Tighter timeline. It seems like Catherine has a very full schedule. It's unclear how often she possesses spare moments for herself between her responsibilities as a mother, a wife, along with her official obligations. The year has come to hold even less opportunity for leisure time, yet the need not to be negative things. Due to the many doors it could unlock for her, it's impossible not to consider this as a luxury. Additional journey. Becoming the Prince and Princess of Wales, the royal couple have done much. As the reigning monarch and Queen Consort, the place is only going to quicken. They're not only going to be in charge of the monarchy itself, rather than only being its face. In the years to come, Catherine's going to have the chances to travel extensively, interact with influential people, and maybe have a positive impact on the world as a whole. Perks for the family. Catherine's parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, are the very first individuals in the long history of the British monarchy not to possess job titles. Unlike William's regal and noble lineage, Catherine comes from an ordinary background. What if everything changed if Catherine became Queen Consort? Title changes for her parents. Royal historians have said that when Catherine becomes Queen Consort, she'll be given the option of bestowing titles of royalty onto her biological parents. He's confident that the Queen will bestow upon them a title of Earl. However, we will never know for certain until the time arrives. Balmoral summers. It's certainly not out of the question that the royal couple, if they were to become King and Queen, would enjoy their vacations at the Castle of Balmoral in Scotland, much like Queen Elizabeth did throughout her period as Queen. It may provide a needed breakaway from their often more hectic everyday lives. Many thanks for seeing today's video. Which of the royal privileges do you find the most impressive, and why? Leave us a message telling us what you think, and thank you for the time being.